This is a story of Houghton Regis, told by its people. A small town with a big history and an even bigger future. A story that started many, many centuries ago.
The investigations at Linmere, just north of Houghton Regis, have been quite spectacular in that we found evidence for large pits that were dug in what archaeologists call the Mesolithic period. That's a period of time after the glaciers, when people were still hunter-gatherer communities, so they were largely roaming the landscape, hunting animals, picking berries, that sort of thing, but they weren't farmers at this time. There's a number of things that might be the reason why it's been inhabited from prehistoric times all the way through to the Roman period. It's just north of the Chilterns, but it's fairly flat land, and the key thing with probably Houghton Regis is it's located near the sources of two major streams. So there's the Ouzel Brook to the north of Houghton Regis, and then the Houghton Brook that goes through Houghton Regis. And they could see animals that they wanted to hunt, maybe going to the Ouzel Brook or other water sources, and then they moved down the ridge to actually hunt them. So they were living outside of Houghton Regis, but they were hunting in the Houghton Regis area. On Watling Street, just to the west of Houghton Regis, is a significant Roman settlement, and that's actually located directly on the crossroads. So you can't help but feel that the Houghton Regis landscape was so close to a major Roman town on a major highway, Watling Street, going from London up towards Wroxeter in Shropshire, that would have been an excellent source for exporting material, but also a way that the local inhabitants, maybe there was a market that they could go to every so often, maybe there were travelling salesmen that would come round, that the people living there in the Roman period, while they were British in origin, could buy products from across the Roman Empire.
The Meteorological Office was based in Kingsway in London, and at the beginning of the war they had to move because of the threats from the Blitz, and they moved into Houghton Regis in Drover's Way in 1940 and set up a large meteorological station in Houghton Regis, which at the time was called Upper Houghton Regis. During World War II, it played probably the most important part that any weather forecasting organisation has played before, and that was to provide information for General Eisenhower for the biggest seaborne landings ever on D-Day in June 1944. The D-Day landings were scheduled to go on the 5th of June. However, a group captain, James Stagg, who was a senior weather forecaster, provided a weather map which showed a very low pressure area over the UK. He also provided probably the most important weather map from the Met Office, which showed that on June the 6th there was a window of opportunity for the D-Day landings to go ahead, and General Eisenhower had to give a lot of consideration to that, and eventually he agreed the very famous day of June the 6th for the D-Day landings. During 2025, there was a celebration of the end of the war in Europe called VE Day, Victory in Europe Day. And the Town Council and the Heritage Society believed it was important for Houghton Regis to play a part because of the very significant role the Met Office in Houghton Regis at the time played in bringing the war to an end. And part of that celebration was the lighting of a beacon on the village green, together with lots of other beacons around the country, but that was a very important moment for the town.
I'm the author of Houghton Regis Up Above Streets and Houses, which tells the story of Houghton Regis through its street names. The information predominantly covered in the book is from the 1950s forwards. However, there are references to Houghton Regis going back much further than that. With the London overspill, Houghton Regis at that point had a population of approximately 2,000 people. The population doubled practically overnight. The physical changes that happened to Houghton Regis with the loss of some of the green areas and the farm buildings, but for the new residents it was quite a culture shock moving from the areas of London. I think there was quite a lot of challenges for the new meets old, and it took a while for the community to actually settle down and begin to work together and to get to know each other really. Comparing how things were for the residents during the 1950s and into the 70s also when the Parkside estate was built, there have been some quite significant changes in the way that things are done nowadays. There's a lot more emphasis on building communities, community development. Things are discussed and in the public forum an awful lot more than things were in the 1950s. I think people are consulted. It has made quite a big difference, I think, as to how the new communities settle into the new town.
Now in the heart of the fastest growing region in the country. With new communities, new schools and new prospects, Houghton Regis is a modern town rising, inspired by its past and ambitious about its future.
I'm Italian. I've been here just about 10 years in Houghton. The church where we are in at the minute is a medieval church built between the 1300 and 1400 with some renovations and extensions done in the 15th century. It's the only Grade 1 listed building open in our town for people to visit whenever they wish. Our congregation is probably half from what you would call cradle Anglican, that were brought up in the Church of England. The rest of the congregation, we have people from Syrian Orthodox background, Roman Catholics and Baptist, and we all join together. The parish church of All Saints is connected to different people through the centuries. The Hollywood actor Gary Cooper, he was baptized here. One important person for our town who was buried here is Dame Alice. She built Houghton Hall, and so the park that people enjoy now and beautiful kitchen gardens that have been restored is all down to her, really. My aspirations and sort of my hopes for our town are, in a sense, more integration among the different groups that live here. Throughout this history, especially in the last 50 to 70 years, there's been a lot of change, and I know some people have not been particularly pleased about it. If the best part of our life together is in the future, is not to be sought for in the past, I believe that it is going to be developed by everyone who lives here.
Peabody are one of the largest housing associations in the region, founded by George Peabody back in the 1800s, who was a philanthropist at the time. Our Houghton Hall office in Houghton Regis is our regional head office. So from this office, somewhere around 400 to 500 people work. We have around 21,000 homes in the region. It's really important for us as our regional head office where it's located. One, we've got a lot of homes here, but we can move in and out. As a regional organisation, it's very good for us of where it's located. So in the area of Sandringham Hub, it's a community facility in the middle of a neighbourhood that we own quite a number of homes on, and we do quite a lot of projects and outreach work and community groups running from there. It's a place where people can go, get involved in activities, but equally meet neighbours, meet other people local in the area with similar interests of them, really support that community feeling. We're not about just building homes, and we're not a traditional house builder in that way. We're invested in creating communities and creating great places for people to live.
My name's Tom Pennington. I'm from a company called the Sports Consultancy. We have been involved with the Houghton Regis project from the outset, helping the council with initial feasibility, options appraisal and financial business case. The really interesting part was around the future development, the growth of the area and the opportunities that that brings in terms of being able to develop, modern, new, fit-for-purpose leisure centre to cater not only for existing customer demand, but those people that are forecast to be becoming new residents of the area. So you're juggling that current and future population in developing the right facility mix. The final product is very true to the initial concept that we came up with as a project team, and particularly the design team. When I look back at some of the initial visualisations, which were quite early stage in the project, what has been delivered has been a really fantastic product. So that's going not only from the design stage at the outset, and as that developed, but also the construction, the completed product, really good finish, really well delivered and executed, as well as based on that original design.
I'm Ben, I'm the owner of Razors Barbers. We're in Houghton Regis, we're right on the front of the High Street. We're getting people coming in from Leighton Buzzard, Milton Keynes, from Luton's, from Northampton. So we're sort of really growing. We've got all the families coming in, the mums, the nans, even like the older people, they come in with their wives. We can take the mickey out of them, we make them a tea or a coffee, and they love it. And it's so multicultural now, it's fantastic. In 2021, we got put forward for England's Business Awards, which was solely an independent awards for small businesses up and down the UK. And we come away as the winners, so that was absolutely fantastic. And then we got a little bit hungry for that, so we started entering a few more. We entered the British Master Barbers, which is solely and specifically our industry. So to get even nominated for that was fantastic, but we actually walked away with the 2024 Barbershop of the Year. I see Houghton Regis now as becoming sort of the most affluent area in the last 10 years, definitely. It's just rose and rose, and I can feel the change here. All the personnel is growing, and it's fantastic.
Houghton Hall Park is the green heart of our town. 42 acres of beautiful parkland, where our communities meet all year round. Formerly, the private grounds of the historic Houghton Hall. Now home to our restored kitchen garden, managed by our volunteers.
In the gardens here, it's the Friends of Houghton Hall Park. It's a volunteer organisation run by Houghton Regis Council.
Most of what you see here didn't exist 6 years ago, so we've had to build most of it up.
We're just over 20 odd volunteers on a regular basis. We want as many volunteers as we can, but we want volunteers that we can actually work with and have activities for. So during the course of the year, the workload changes.
Mainly we deal with planting, weeding, cropping, repairing the beds. Beds and things need replacing every so often, so we try and do that as much as we can.
Initially, I was doing a lot of the building work and transition work that we did in the yard at the back of the building here. Our produce hut that we've got down here, I built that for the Friends of Houghton Hall Park.
We tend to crop the vegetables and the salad stuff that we've got and donate that to the food bank. They come and collect it from us, and we're quite pleased that that's available for them to use.
We do a lot for children, so half terms, holiday times, we get lots and lots of children come in.
Some of the things that we're trying to do within the park is encourage the younger people to come into the park, understand a little bit about gardening, trying to take a pride in the area.
On a Thursday we sell, and that helps us to keep the sales and the plants and everything else going.
The park and everything wasn't as well used. It's now a really well used park. We've got people coming from local areas, and we've also got people coming from afar, which is always nice. So they're coming here specifically to come and see the gardens and go around the Houghton Hall Park, which is lovely.
The club was founded founded 8 years ago by myself and a lady I met through a Facebook group for Houghton Regis who fancied going out for a jog. So we set up a little group and did a couch to 5k, and then we decided to establish a full club.
I joined the club in 2021, just after COVID, and when I was looking to get back into running, I now lead the club, so I do all the admin side of the club, make sure it all happens.
Well, we offer a safe space for people to come running because we always run as a group.
The reason we love this park is it offers us the opportunity to run around in a safe environment. No one gets lost. We've got a circular path, but we've also got the hub as well, so we've got the teas and the coffees. So it's not just about running, it's about a chance to meet people, go at your own pace, but also if you want to sprint round, you can go around people but still see people.
I'm hoping the town keeps developing. There's new shops and stores that have come up, coffee shops, places to meet, so it'd be nice to see that growth. And hopefully, sort of having a community like the Houghton Hall Casual Joggers here, we can bring people in and promote a social friendly group.
Outline Planning Permission was granted for HRN2, or Bidwell West as we now know it, in October 2015. It's 1800 property development to the north of Houghton Regis. So when I first moved here, I connected with this lady called Sam who had set up the Bidwell West community Facebook group. We were seeing residents becoming quite vocal about concerns or issues, quickly realising that residents felt quite disempowered, and so it started off by becoming a source of information and bringing those residents together, and over time began to work together to address issues, celebrate really good things about living here, but also then putting on community events to bring residents together. So it was quite an organic thing, it was very grassroots. So here we are in June 2025 in the local centre at Bidwell West, surrounded by supermarkets and takeaways and children's nursery and coffee shops. All of this is here now and as active as it is, probably because of the influence of the Community Association, speaking to developers, shaping the plans of this itself. So one of the big projects coming up for us as a charity is the delivery of a community facility here in Bidwell West. We kind of see it as a bit of a net that catches some of the issues in development. The Community Association are facilitating community engagement with us for that. I think that it'll be a great project because although there's a need for it here in Bidwell West, we also recognise it'll be a resource available to the wider Houghton Regis area and make such a difference to community groups and organisations.
Linmere is, in very simple terms, a delivery of 5,000 homes, but it's much more than that. It is the new place for 12,000 people to be live their lives, so we're very focused on it being a new community and not just a development. We want Linmere to be a place that people love living in, simple as that. And success is people enjoying living there now, in 5 years' time, 10 years' time, 15 years' time, and it being known for being a great place to live. First part of that is creating a place where people can meet and socialise with other people, rather than just delivering houses and roads. So we built this, the farmstead, very early on in delivery. It's a place with a hall, cafe, play area, community spaces for people to meet. Number two is putting on the events and the activities that encourage people to meet other people and do things and have fun and enjoy being in other people's company. So there's events here in the farmstead, events in the park, summer events, Christmas events, sporting events, non-sporting events, and having an ongoing active calendar for people to take part. What are my aspirations for Houghton Regis? I'd say very similar to my aspirations for Linmere. I want it to be somewhere where people are proud to live, where people mix with their neighbours, where people they can lead happy, healthy lives, which is what we're trying to achieve here.
Houghton School is a new school. We opened up in 2022 and we're a secondary school, so we're from ages 11 through to 16. So we want to build a really great school so all of our pupils have doors open for them. We want them to have all of the options in their future available, including university, apprenticeship or job, whatever they want to do. We want to make sure they've got great qualifications so that they can go on and do whatever it is that they want to do in the future. When we opened up, we had a smaller community, and over the last 3 years, our intake has really grown quite significantly. We've taken in lots of pupils who have moved to the area. Lots of families are relocating from London, and we've noticed a really changing dynamic in our community. So much more culturally diverse, and lots of people that are moving to Houghton Regis for the first time. Houghton Regis is a really exciting place to be at the moment, and you can really see that here. There's lots of new families and lots of new people moving into the area. So it feels really dynamic, and it feels, even in the short time that we've been open, that there's been a significant amount of change in the town, and we want to be part of that growing and successful future.
We have put in place hopefully a really creative curriculum that our children, we want to engage them to help with getting children into school, for them to enjoy their learning. One thing we work really hard on is trying to get the children independent and to be some strong speakers so that when they go into the big wide world, they are equipped and engaged, ready to start learning. So we want to help with the aspirations of the children here as well. We have seen a huge amount of change in the school and the local community. We do have a lot of English as a second language children now. We work a lot with lots of different families, which is really nice for our international days that we do. We're trying to give them a love of learning just right from the early ages to get them through to the next stage in their journeys so that they can go out into the world and be whatever they want to be. And hopefully with the growth of Houghton Regis and the way it's going, there'll be plenty of job opportunities out there and plenty for them to get their teeth into as a journey through their life as well.
You could